have your participation tonight. I'm joined tonight by all three of the champions that have spent time with us this evening on the road to the American. Talking to Shane Hanchey and Fallon Taylor and Amberley Snyder. Shane and I feel like the thorn on the opposite sides of a couple of roses here right now as we get together. I guess I want to start, Fallon, maybe with you. We talked when you were on here, when you were up earlier, about some of the issues that you'd gone through, about the bad accident you got in 5.5 years ago. And there was a chance you would never walk again. And here you are, a world champion. And I just can't help but think of the connection that you and Amberley have, you know, between some of the things that you've been through.
She's my hero. I have seen all of her YouTube videos. I've seen everything. Like, she has no idea how much I've stalked her through social media because this girl's a hero. She's the real deal. And I was one of the best case scenarios, and that's great. And that's wonderful, and I hope it's very inspiring. But Amberley is showing another side to tragedy, and it's overwhelming. I was watching her be interviewed and was tearing up like crazy. I'm sure everybody at home was too. So it's just incredibly inspiring. I can't wait to run against her. I can't wait. I tweeted that I wish baby Flo would ride double so she could go with me and we could just go together.
Shane, you know, you listen to these guys talk. I mean, we all go through our own issues in life, but understanding what these two have done and dealt with kind of touches you, doesn't it?
I'll tell you what, Steve, when you listen to these two stories, how can you be upset about a calf kicking you for some good money, huh?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. I mean, just, I'll be on the top row cheering on Amberley harder than anybody when it comes down because I know that building's going to be just amazing with, you know, crazy people screaming, but I'll be one of them crazy people.
If you missed it at the beginning of our show tonight, we announced that Amberley Snyder from Utah has been selected as our fan exemption for RFDTV's The American. Your fan votes give Amberley, who is celebrating her birthday, by the way, tomorrow, the opportunity to compete with and against people like Fallon Taylor for the opportunity. If you win it, you win $1 million.
Right?
Seriously, like that is just crazy. When you just said that you were going to run against him, like, oh my gosh, that is happening. Like, we really are going to be running against each other in that arena. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Let's think about this. Put this in perspective for just a minute, Amberley. You're still a teenager. You get in this horrible car wreck, break your back. You're put in a wheelchair. At that point, a lot of us would have said, boy, I'm never going to have a chance to do something like this again. I certainly would never have a chance to compete in the same arena that the Mary Walkers and the Sherry Serbies and the Fallon Taylors and those people. You get to compete with and against all of them.
I do. It is a dream come true. I mean, I would have never imagined being in this situation or even just sitting next to Fallon right here. I mean, this is something that I don't know when it would have happened. And I mean, it's coming true right now. Everyone gets to witness and experience this dream come true with me.
What, guys, you both have been there and done that. You're both world champions. What advice do you have for her?
Have fun. Do what you know how to do. Go out there and have fun. It's entertaining. People are coming to see you. You don't even know how many lives you're going to impact. So every single person that you see, you're going to touch, whether you have the right thing to say or not. And I'll be first in line to get an autograph. So have your posters ready.
Yeah, you know, that's one thing that one thing I want to tell you is one thing I'll be telling myself that day. It's just another rodeo. It really is. I mean, at the end of the day, them three barrels are going to be in the same spot they always are.
And our barrels don't kick.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I'm not kicking either, so we're all good.
We're good.
Don't get no better.
Let's go to the phones. Skeeter from my home state of Oregon is on the phone. I think he has a question for Shane Hanchey.
Hi, this is Skeeter.
Boy,
I'm great. No.
Thank you so much. You know, I want you to come play ball with me. Like, come out.
So, I was going to ask Amber.
Wyatt from Utah who's joining us. That's Amberley's home state. Wyatt from Utah is on the phone. Hey, Wyatt, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
So, I was going to ask Amber.
This is Wyatt.
I was going to ask Amberley Snyder what is her plans after the American?
Amberley?
Well, Wyatt, I hope you're sitting there with your family right now and say hello to all of them. And my plans after the American, I'm still going to school. I'm student teaching right now, so I'll continue student teaching and continue rodeoing and hopefully get my permit soon.
You're student teaching and a graduate of Utah State, or almost graduate of Utah State, in
agricultural education.
Education. Are you gonna be a teacher your whole life? Are you gonna have a chance to share the optimism and the inspiring story with a bunch of kids your whole life?
I hope so. I am going to be getting my degree in agriculture education and then pursuing a master's in school counseling. So I really hope that I can make a difference on those high school kids' lives. I mean, I feel like high school is kind of a tough age, and I would hope that my story and my journey of what I've gone through can hopefully help them.
A lot of us got to know you, Amberley, on Facebook through something you called Wheelchair Wednesdays, where you would just show the simplest things that all of us take for granted. Talk about that a little bit.
So Wheelchair Wednesdays started when I was getting asked all the time how I did things with my horses, whether it was getting on them or saddling them or anything like that. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to put together Wheelchair Wednesdays, where every Wednesday I'll show a video of what I do with or without my horses, whether it helps those who are in the same situation as me or those who are not, that maybe they can just understand what we go through.
This is you showing our audience how you get on a horse out of a wheelchair. The father in me kind of cringes a little bit when I see this, but talk about this a little bit.
So I actually figured this out after college rodeo when my team forgot to come and get me off. Sorry guys, didn't mean to throw you under the bus. They take totally good care of me. But one weekend I missed my breakaway calf and I was sitting in the trailer and nobody came. So I was like, okay, I'll just lower myself down. And as I was doing that, I thought, hey, I think that I might be strong enough to pick myself back up. So the next weekend I tried it and it worked. So now I can get on my horses.
Do you still do those? Do you still do the Wheelchair Wednesday thing?
Oh, every Wednesday.
Wow.
Every Wednesday we'll have a Wheelchair Wednesday. I haven't posted today's yet, guys, because hello, here's the
You're
surprise.
here. Yeah.
This is my Wheelchair Wednesday today that I'm here for on the road to the American with Shane Hanchy and Fallon Taylor. So there's your Wheelchair Wednesday.
Shane, thanks for coming so much. It's been a pleasure.
Anytime, Steve. I appreciate it.
Fallon, good to see you again.
Thank you.
Amberley, congratulations. You're the fan exemption. You get to run at the American March the 1st.
Thank you so much.
Amberley Snyder, Shane Hanchy, Fallon Taylor joining us tonight on the road to the American. Now,